Hey everyone, and welcome back to A Mortician's Tale. Alright, so this is from our wonderful boss man. We are thrilled to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprises Incorporated subsidiary Rose and Daughters just signed a contract with Morning Valley Hospital, allowing us access to all of the cadavers that come through their pediatric and maternity wards. We're excited for the opportunity to work with Morning Valley Hospital, which intakes over 100,000 patients and receives over $15 million in funding and donations annually. This will no doubt be a boom for Hillside Heritage Enterprises Incorporated's bright and sustained future. Are we gonna have to, prepare a baby? Because I'm just kind of worried about that. I'm done. Charlie, it's official. I put in my 2 weeks notice. You know how unhappy I am working for Mega Corporation 101. My skills, especially my driving ones, are useful in other professions. I'm not worried about myself. But you I am worried about. You're too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about the people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? P.S. I'll bring beers over next week. We can talk a bit more freely. Dude, I don't blame you, Matthew. I don't blame you. I kissed her. Dating a special effects makeup artist, and she's like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. That would be awesome. Special effects makeup is just really fascinating to me. She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scenes, but so utterly delighted at the idea of a support group for people who have been possessed. That was your best recommendation in a while, Charlie. You were slipping there. I was getting worried you had lost your taste. But yeah, her name is Lily, and she's super death positive and isn't freaked out by my work. And also isn't too into it like that last dude I saw. Jason? Michael? I can't remember. I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. She also totally gets what I mean when I say that, working with death and spending so much time thinking about death actually makes me happier. It makes everything else feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento mori, or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. I think that means remember you will die? I think that's what that means. We just clicked. Feels good. Fun and affirming like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I think the idea of sharing cotton candy, or maybe not, I don't want to throw up on the rides, is sickeningly cute. Then maybe I'll kiss her on top of the Ferris wheel, be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me. For now, I'm still kind of in shock from your last email. Do you think you're gonna do it? You know you have my support 100% no matter what you decide. I'm assuming she means, am I gonna leave the practice? Alright, water everywhere and not a drop to drink. Water cremation? Okay. We can call it a few different things, like flameless cremation, a bit of an oxymoron, but we'll let it slide, or perhaps more commonly, resumation. Its technical name, though, is actually alkaline hydrolysis. Whatever we want to call it, it's here, and it's an environmentally friendly alternative to traditional cremation. But for the sake of this newsletter, let's call it water cremation. We all know that traditional cremation and burials take a huge toll on the environment, the high energy consumption that adds to the greenhouse gas effect being one of the chief amongst them. And water cremation is an alternative method available for the eco-conscious amongst. How does it work? It's basically a water-based chemical process that uses really strong alkali and water heated up very high, about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It basically works like a sped-up version of natural decomposition. The excess water gets put through the same water treatment process as any sewage water at a factory, and alkaline hydrolysis uses significantly less energy than traditional cremation processes. Neat, huh? It's been around for a bit, and in some places became legal around the end of the first decade of the aughts. Not a bad alternative for those who don't want their death to have any greater impact on the environment than necessary. Interesting. I like that one better than the mushroom thing. Charlotte, I see you were not able to convince the Dimka family to take a standard funeral. I had to contact them myself in order to not lose this sale. Please read the enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job. You know what? Get out of my life. Alright, let's see this. Regarding the last time we spoke, my daughters and I would still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves and keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden. We don't know what to do. We just want to make sure she has a proper send-off. Dear Mr. Dimka, I understand your desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of her beloved friends and family can come together and say their goodbyes. A standard embalming will allow for everyone to view your wife, ensuring that everyone can see her one final time as she was, beautiful, peaceful, and courageous. Yeah, you know what, though? Her eyelids are freaking glued shut, and she has cotton balls in her mouth and formaldehyde in her body. That's not how she was. Sorry, but it's not. Letting us take care of the food with our prepared food service will ensure you don't have a single thing to worry about on this day. Yeah, except paying for it. You and your daughters are going through a hard time right now. Let us here at Rose and Daughters make this difficult time a little easier for you. What a con artist. Okay, we'll take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this hard time. Guys, don't be fooled by this crap. Like, I would probably quit. I can't. It's really hard for me to do something that I don't believe in. And I don't know, this would get to me. Okay. The deceased family have asked for an open casket funeral. No, they did not. They were coerced. Alright. Ugh. Massage your body. Like, I don't know. I think if people knew what, like, embalming entailed, they might be a little bit less eager to, go that route. At least for me, like, I'm horrified. Like, I always kind of thought I'd rather be cremated. But now it's like, okay, yeah, I definitely don't want to be embalmed. So you guys heard it here. Don't let them embalm me. Don't do it. I don't want it. And plus, like, the chemicals are really bad for the person who's performing the embalming too. It's not good. The noises. So I wonder who the new driver is going to be since that guy left. Guys, I'm getting so good at embalming people, I don't even have to look at the instructions. Ugh, alright. What if I, like, went in there and, like, made a spectacle of myself and was like, you shouldn't have settled. This isn't what you wanted. Oh, she's all gray. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? I don't know. You're always hungry. Well, that's a fair assessment, I suppose. It's so cold in here. I think they have the air conditioning on too high. Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. Would be good to stretch my legs. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad not doing what Mom asked for. I know, honey, but what that Chad guy said seemed right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot. Okay. Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her. Wish I hadn't yelled at her before. Shh. It's okay. She knew you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Me too. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, no. They must have had their reasons. Oh, hey, what did you think of that trailer I sent you? Oh yeah, I heard that show is so good. I saw the video of that one kid actor doing karaoke. We'll just pay our respects. I drained your organs. It's not fun. August. Isn't that a When was the last time? That was a big jump, wasn't it? Why is this like a different room? We'll have to see. Ah, congratulations. Charlie dear, I'm so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there is anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. Best wishes. P.S. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor. So did we just work for someone else, or did we start our own funeral home? Hey Charlie, when I first became a hearse driver, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering, it was sympathizing. I respectfully disagree, and thankfully that I concentrated on my driving skills since I'm now working as a, wait for it, bus driver, a school bus driver, Charlie. Can you believe that? Pretty sure if I said the most important part of my job now wasn't steering, I'd be fired immediately. I didn't know how else to tell you. For some reason I was worried you'd think less of me, but I don't know why. You've never been the judgmental kind, and besides, corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Screaming children, might I add. I actually love it. These kids are pretty cute. But don't tell Amy that I told you that. She was always harping on me for not having any kids and for being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. I'll swing by your new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can grab a bite to eat. From Jen. Charlie, I'm so happy for you. I know it's been a rough year for you. Seriously, I think our wine intake saw a bazillion% increase. But you've stuck through it like a champ. You deserve this. Finally being your own boss is a great move for you. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm trying to not be too cheesy right now. Can't wait to be home next week for our visit and to check out your new space. P.S. Have you heard about these green burial pods? When I find the link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot over to you. Okay, so that must be this. I totally forgot to read the Hillside one by accident, but here we go. Magnolia Forest, named after the magnolia trees that surround the funeral home, specializes in at-home funerals and green burials in our natural burial park. Our goal is to empower families and encourage them to have a closer relationship with death and the dying process. The death of a loved one can be a confusing and sometimes traumatic time, and we want you to feel fully involved in your loved one's death care decisions. Whether you're looking to care for your loved one from the comfort of your home, be present during their cremation, or bury them in our natural cemetery, Magnolia Forest is here to work with you and provide these simple but intimate and meaningful options. Natural Burial Park. Our natural burial park allows the body to return to the earth and recycle naturally. It is intended as an environmentally sustainable alternative to existing funeral practices. Our park has room for bodies of all sizes and ages, as well as beloved pets. Families also have the option to bury their loved ones themselves if they so choose. Prices. We believe in being transparent about our prices and practices. We are happy to explain all of our prices, work within your budget, and hope to make you feel comfortable and confident in your decisions. Let us know if we can answer any of your questions. Home funeral, $1,000 all-inclusive. Green burial and service, $2,250 for adults, all-inclusive. Direct cremation, $600, all-inclusive. Infants are buried at no charge. We can provide a 3x3 plot and help opening and closing the grave. Well, look at us doing something nice to Charlie. Today's the day already, isn't it? I can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding and for your work. You've made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Okay, we'll see you soon. What are we doing? Oh, I just realized that I have tattoos, and that guy was like, you can't show your tattoos when I was working for him, so that's interesting. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much. But thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. Anyway, I think we're ready to get started now. Okay? So they actually wanted to bury her. Oh my gosh, that was the end. I didn't realize that. I kind of thought that maybe we would see more of the natural, kind of environmentally safe funerals, but I really liked that a lot. I didn't really think it was going to be as serious as it was, but I really liked it. It was obviously very sad. I know that that's probably why a lot of you didn't like it, or maybe some of you didn't even watch, because it is hard to talk about death, especially in our culture, especially in America. It's something that we don't really discuss. We don't really know how to deal with it. We're very distanced from it. And I think that while this game was terribly sad, I think it was also very informative, and I feel like I learned a lot. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's just one of those games that you feel like maybe changed you a little bit, or maybe made you a little bit more understanding. And I think that's what they set out to do when they made this game. And I think that they 100% succeeded in that, at least for me. I mean, obviously, I hope for you guys as well. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this experience. I think that more games like this need to exist to kind of help us deal with some of these things, some of these topics that we're not comfortable with. So, yeah, that was A Mortician's Tale. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. I'd be really curious to know. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.